You don't do these 5 things, you'll never reach your maximum physical strength potential. Number 1, you need to sign up for a big meet as soon as possible and get your ass kicked. And you weren't expecting that, where you were telling me, just go to a meet and don't worry about your total, don't worry about your numbers. You shouldn't water cut for your first meet, you shouldn't do any of that, okay? But what you should do is you should sign up for a big meet, not a rookie meet, a big meet with the big boys or the big girls, and you should see what is physically possible, because what you have diluted yourself into believing is, well, the 405 bench presses, that's just a social media thing. No, it isn't. Because I have seen with my eyes in person multiple 400 plus pound bench presses. I myself have done multiple 300 pound bench presses, and I'm about to become a 314 to 320 pound bench presser in 3 months. And do you know why? I went to states. I was 12th out of 15 lifters. But what it did was it got me out of that mindset of, well, I'm actually really strong. All these stupid copes. Well, I don't do it full time, so whatever. It's not my whole life, so whatever. Oh, I don't really care that much. Behind the curtain at my state meet, and I saw them putting my little ass weights on and then stacking plates on for the big guys in my weight class, because I know that weight classes matter. I was like, I'm weak. Step two is stop worrying about being lean, stop worrying about your abs. Stop it. I'm telling you right now, that first meet broke my ego and motivated me. I made incredible progress. Took my squat from 405 to 462 in a very short amount of time. Took my deadlift from also 405 or 402 actually to 518 with a 3rd degree burn injury in between that took me out of action for months. I still did that. And I brought my bench from 253 to 303. And then my numbers fell. Do you know why? Because I fell for that I forgot the reason I got into lifting was to lift the heaviest things possible, be big and jacked so I could be a protective force for those around me, and just because I love competition and I love lifting weights. Okay, now back to step 2. Your abs don't matter. I see men with girlfriends all the time with no abs, no muscle tissue. It doesn't, you should want to be in excellent physical shape. I'm not telling you to be a pig, but I am telling you, pick up the fork, increase your carbs, minimum 1 gram protein per pound, eat your micronutrients, your oysters, almonds. Space those 2 things out because the phytic acid will interfere with the zinc absorption. I'm a nutrition nerd, that's what I used to be known for. But you need to actually get big and strong. You need to stop worrying about cool for the summer aesthetics, if you want to be the strongest you can be. Okay? Step 3. Work harder because you're not working hard enough. That doesn't mean training to failure. Whatever you think you can only recover from, if you're actually eating in a surplus, or if you're already at a high body fat, if you're eating at maintenance and recomping and you have the fuel, whether you're eating it or it's on your person in the form of adipose fat tissue, then you can recover from way more than you think. You have to be smart about your training. If you're used to doing 3 sets of chin-ups Monday and 3 sets of rows on Thursday, don't up it to 10 sets on Monday and then you're going from 6 weekly sets to 20 weekly sets. Frequency and volume are the biggest thing, not intensity. All the intensity, but intensity is intensity. What about Dorian Yates, this and that? They're bodybuilders. Intensity is a very good hypertrophic stimulus, and that's why when it comes to assistance movements like curls, you should be going to failure. If you're not going to failure on curls because you want to do some kind of linear progression, I guess, whatever. But tricep extensions, they're not going to fatigue you, bro. But when it comes to bench press, frequency and volume will do it for you. Because you're getting more tonnage, which is going to cause more muscle growth as long as you're not taking every set 4 to 5 reps shy of failure, because that's just purely technique work. But upping your frequency. When you get to my level of strength, maybe you can't go hard on every movement 3 times a week all the time. You can do every movement 3 times a week. That's called heavy, medium, light. But you have to be smart about it. I'm benching hardcore 3 times a week, and my lower body training is just once a week deadlifting and twice a week squatting, but 1 day is paused, so it's a load limiting variation. Complicated terms for 1 hard squat day, 1 medium squat day, one hard deadlift day, no more pulling, to make room for the fact that I am beating the crap out of my body with upper body volume. Because in 3 months, I want to add 10 pounds to my bench press. And the fifth and final thing is you need to periodize your training. You need to prep for your first meet, okay? You should probably run a peak. You don't want to go and get yourself hurt. You should know the rules. You need to be signing up for meets even if they're long term. So like, you go to USAPL, you go to a website, you'll see meets that are 9 months away. Sign up for it. That gives you 2 months to do like higher rep work. So maybe you do like a 24-week cycle, where I know that sounds long term, but you should be thinking long term. One cycle you're doing sets of like 8 to 10. The next cycle you could also do sets of 8 to 10, but with different exercises. So maybe you were doing deficit deadlifts, now you switch it to stiff-legged deadlifts for this next training cycle. And then you kind of taper it off long term. And the reason you need to do that is because if you're not constantly setting goals, you'll never be strong. Like the strongest you can be. Because it's like that with everything in life, but more important with strength. Because if you're one of those guys, I see him all the time, and it's no judgment, coworker, friend, this one, that one. I'm just trying to, stay fit. Alright. You can stay fit pretty easy. You can't bench 400 pounds pretty easy. And you'll never get there if you don't constantly sign up for meets or have some sort of competitive environment where you're always going towards that goal. Because otherwise you're so unlikely to do it. You have to continue to have long-term planning. And if you subscribe, I'll teach you how to do it. Because I used to have stupid tier list videos. I want to get right into the action. No tier lists. We're going to break down exercises and stuff like that on this page, but I'd appreciate a like and a subscription so I can help you get there. I'm also going to document my journey as a part-time college student, full-time machine operator, who really needs that 314. I need that 314 bench press like oxygen. It's a redemption bench press. I'm sick of only bench pressing 303. And it's because I was in a calorie deficit that I was stuck at my stupid 300-pound BS bench press at 174. It's crap. I know that if I bulk up even to like 180-ish, which would actually technically make me a 198er, which is why I registered at 90 kilos just in case. I'm sorry, I'm really itchy. It's hot. I got the AC on in the background. But yeah, you and I are gonna get there together. I'll see you next time.